There's a real "where is Ja Rule" element to fishing for political opinions from sports stars, but here we are. After the NFL got pulled again into a culture war with the president that they can't win, LeBron James was asked about President Trump uninviting the Eagles to the White House.
It's typical of him. I'm not surprised. It's a lot of things that we believe in as Americans that we don't feel, that he's for. It's a lot of people that believe that that he's not for the people or doing things that's right by the people. I mean, I know no matter who wins this series, no one wants to invite anyway, so it won't be Golden State or Cleveland going.
Steph Curry later said he thinks he agrees about the team skipping the White House visit. Just a little wishy-washy, but still made the point. There's nothing particularly earth-shattering in these statements. Chances are the president wasn't going to invite them anyway. No. But Trump also hasn't blasted LeBron, Steph, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich, or any of the other NBA vocal critics of this administration. How confused and jealous must Roger Goodell be? Like, how is the NBA able to get away with so much? Because LeBron and others have made themselves clear while walking a line very carefully. And I want to be clear, I'm not judging LeBron or any of these guys for it. But it is interesting how they've managed to pull this off because the NFL is just getting savage as an organization, sometimes as individuals. The NBA, the league that's always worried about how they're going to go over on these things, somehow they figured out how to do it.
The NFL fears waking up in the morning, not because they necessarily did anything, just because they fear being made a target out of whole cloth for no reason. But the biggest mystery, I think, in sports, Bo, and maybe thus American government, is why LeBron James has not been attacked by the president yet. And I have talked to some people about and around LeBron, and they don't know either. Right. It's very, very strange that this guy who looks like this and can call the president a bum, he has caught zero flack from that man.
And we're not wishing this upon him, to be clear.
To be clear, no.
But it is interesting, though, when you think about LeBron. Like, Howard Bryant's got a really good book out now called The Heritage that you should check out. And one thing he talks about is when LeBron and all those guys made the statement at the ESPYs. That was a fairly negotiated thing to make sure that there was an element of gotta see both sides of it, right? They wanted to make sure that the audience did not feel attacked, the quote-unquote audience, as we discuss it.
It was respectable.
Right. But a lot of what LeBron does, I think it's very clear. He can be very hard on Trump and harsh in that direction. And it seems that you can kind of get away with doing that if you're specifically talking about him. If you talk about the issues in kind of sort of a vague way. Now, Popovich and Kirk Popovich in particular has been strident and been very particular, but I think he's operating with a certain level of privilege that is afforded him. But I cannot lie about the fact that it is shocking to me that these dudes are still taking broadside. Steph Curry called him an A.
Yes.
Can we say A word? I don't know. But
I don't know either.
But he basically called him one time, and he got away with it. He shook up the Under Armour man behind riding with Trump and got away with it.
I think Greg Popovich does. Greg Popovich has been the most strident and detailed and forceful critic of this president. And he has a certain diplomatic immunity. He was in the Air Force. He is a guy who, beyond his race, has all of the bona fides that would make someone want to fear attacking a veteran. Steve Kerr, you might wonder, okay, he is also pretty critical, but he is a white coach, and that's just not the red meat that Trump likes to play around with. But LeBron is very much that. And LeBron campaigned for Hillary Clinton in Ohio. LeBron has been out here. And the thing that I wonder about this is LeBron just too popular? Is that the thing? Because I have no other theory.
But that's wild to think about, given how unpopular LeBron has been at stretches in his career.
Yes, LeBron has had many stages going from hero to villain to hero, and apparently now he can still plausibly be the hero in ways that no one else who looks like him can be.